What's going on, YouTube? Back with the Apollo here. So we got the Metal Militia graphics on here. I think they turned out pretty good. So I got these graphics off of eBay, so nothing too much to be expected, but they were fairly cheap. They were like 30-40 bucks, somewhere around there. Here was bought separate along with the grips. These are Scott grips. These were like $14.95 with fast and free shipping, and then these this here was like $8, somewhere around there. And the rest of it was all together, so the graphics all came. It came with these extra stickers, so I decided to put that there. It's factory effects. And then over here we have our Metal Militia skulls everywhere. It looks really nice. And on the front we have our main. And then we have, it's kind of crooked. I wish I didn't make it like that. It's not really the right size, I know that part. But this is kind of the universal sticker kit, so it's not too much to be expected. And then you have the shock covers down there. Recently I had to replace this harness because the original one that came with it broke after falling into the ground so many times. I've already replaced my clutch lever like twice. Like, I've thrashed this bike. Tire shred is already out. I have new tires for it, but I just haven't replaced them yet. Alright, so down here is the main part of the mod. We have this Mikuni Carburetor right here, or it's like a quote-unquote Mikuni, but it's at the same time better than the original one, so I would put this carb here more on the side of being like a reproduction of the Mikuni, just like slight things that make it cheaper about it, but it still runs like pretty much just as good, and the throttle response is just as fluid as a regular Mikuni. And then right here we have our choke lever. This piece here comes off, it's just a little rubber piece. And then this all the way up is on. It's gonna rev higher. It's gonna be a little bit different than the stock carb, so whenever you have it up, it's gonna rev higher to help the engine warm up. You turn it down and it's gonna be off, so that's whenever you're gonna be able to get full power and full air intake. However, whenever you put it whenever you run it like this, you want to tune it to where it's like not too high, but just kind of in the middle. But once you put it back down, you want to make sure to tune it right once it's already warmed up. And then you want to have it down, because if it's up, if you try to make it idle normally right here and then flip it down, it's just going to kill it. It's just not enough air. So you have to put it down, tune it, and then the screw for the air mixture is on the other side. I'll get to that in a second. But that's how you're going to tune this thing. And then it comes with this new air filter. It's a lot better than the old one. However, I would upgrade to a uni, because this one here, this little plastic piece that sticks out, this can break off right in there. So you want to be careful with that. And then I'm going to have to find a way to take this fuel line, reposition it somehow. I'll probably just have to retuck it under, because I don't like how it's all exposed. And then this thing that used to run on it, this little like excess line, I just stopped using it because it's just kind of in the way. I might as well take it off. And then here is your like, I think overflow line or whatever that is. It's at the bottom towards the bowl, or it's at the bowl. And then this, I think, would be your drain. So that's how that all works together. And then you can unscrew this on the old one, put in the new throttle, and it has really nice throttle response. I'll start it up for you guys in a second and do like some wheelies and stuff. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty cool. If y'all haven't seen my last videos, I put on this Yamaha Ttr 110 exhaust. It's a little bit loose because the mounting down here, one of the studs broke off. Hate that happened, but I'll just have to install a new one. It's tight on the other one, so it's enough. I've been riding it for quite a while like that. But other than those tiny mishaps, I mean, this bike's looking great. It runs so much better. The throttle response is amazing. So down here we have the stock Kickstarter. I might upgrade to a longer one, because the leverage on this thing, it's like a 70cc bike type, so you don't get much like leverage when you try to start. It's really hard. But the problem is this engine's basically like a Honda Grom engine, so it's like small and tight, like up. Like whenever you ride this bike, it's pretty much like a 70, how the pegs are and everything. It's just like a big 70, basically. That's just what it is. And it's so close. Like if I put my knee, you'll realize, and I know it's a pit bike, that's what it's supposed to be, but when I put my leg on it. It goes like right up to here. So it's just like a really heavily lifted modified setup, but it is a 125 motor. It does all work how it's supposed to. That's just one thing I noticed. But here's the oil stick. It's got some pretty good oil in there, I believe. Can't really see it too well. Obviously on wood, I'd have to rub it on my finger. But should be pretty good quality. I'm running conventional 10W30 in there. I don't know if you can see the shininess, but I do have some oil on my finger. Anyway, so stock spark plug still. I might change that out and put a new harness because it would help the engine run a little bit better. That's good condition. Everything's good on here. Tightened everything up. None of the bolts have been coming loose like they were anymore. This was put on there. Yeah, pretty cool. And then I also have a spare brake caliper for the front because the whole, it's not on here right now, but in case that one goes out, because the whole harness right here came with the brake caliper, and just knowing how cheap the parts are for these bikes, it was 40 bucks and it came with the line. All of that, this whole caliper here, and then this whole harness with brand new brake and brake fluid in there was just 40 bucks. So pretty cheap. That's pretty much all there is to it. Let's go ahead and get some writing in. If you have any questions, just leave them down below, and I will see you guys in the next video.